turn to another disaster this evening, the one that rocked a New Jersey neighborhood. An emergency call, concerns over gas. 22 minutes later, the massive explosion, 2 homes shattered into pieces, catching fire. And if you look to the upper right here, one of those homes in the neighborhood with a surveillance camera capturing the explosion. Well, tonight, those 22 minutes were life-saving. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is on the scene.
Tonight, a violent home explosion.
Dispatch, we just had an explosion at a house.
The first call to the fire department coming in just after 9 a.m.
We got a gas leak in the house from the basement.
Crews on scene in Paterson, New Jersey within 4 minutes, starting evacuations.
We knew by the hissing we could hear that obviously it was a high level of gas leak.
The 11 people inside getting out safely just before this happens. 2 multifamily homes leveled. Debris littering cars, yards, and even rooftops of neighboring homes.
And as you see, this is a piece of the house. I was over there. This thing went over my head.
But unlike this 2015 New Jersey house explosion that left 2 utility workers critically injured, remarkably, there are no serious injuries tonight from this massive mess.
If it just happened 15 or 20 minutes before they got everybody out, I don't know what would happen.
David, 10 firefighters with minor injuries. A reminder that if you smell gas, call for help right away because seconds matter. David?
It made the difference here. All right, Eva, thanks so much.
Well, Stephen and Carolyn, it has been very difficult for this mother to have lost her daughter, but what also is agonizing is not knowing who could have done this.
I mean, this is a rural area where you would think something like this would not happen, and it's just, everyone's been violated.
There are so many questions that constantly go through Nikki Brugger's mind, and many of them begin with why.
If we could understand why would anybody want to do this anyways? I mean, even if she had, even if they've said road rage, even if it was somebody that drove by too fast and she had maybe said slow down or something, that doesn't give that person the right to get out of their car and shoot her 4 times.
Nikki's daughter, Allie Brugger, also known as Alex, was killed in cold blood in late July. The 31-year-old beautiful animal lover, known for her funny, dry humor, was on her daily 10-mile run along Fish Lake Road in Rose Township when out of nowhere, a coward shot her in the back multiple times.
Whoever did this is got to be extremely damaged to begin with, okay? And extremely cowardly to shoot somebody in the back. And my husband is a Vietnam veteran, and he went to Vietnam and came back. It's been 40 years. And he doesn't even use the word murder, he uses the word assassinate. Murder is shooting somebody once. She was shot 4 times. 4 times.
Allie was pronounced dead at the hospital. Nikki heard the beyond devastating news while she was attending church. She says her only child had no enemies and always felt safe running in her neighborhood. Nikki knows there is someone out there that can help Nikki and her husband get a little bit of closure. The person who has information about their precious daughter's murder.
I know there's got to be other people with tips and they're afraid to say something. Is that everybody's got a special person, whether it's their spouse, or their child, or their parents, or their siblings, or a fur baby like our dog. And Allie was my special person. And she was able to push her fear down and try and escape from this damaged individual. And I'm asking people to do the same thing, to push their fear down and pick up a phone. You can leave a tip anonymously.
Now, Mark, this happened just after 4 o'clock this morning, but NDOT tells me it's taking crews so long to clean this up because of the slimy residue that was left behind from the cookie dough that burned in the back of that semi-tractor trailer. Now, take a look at the backup here. It stretches at this point all the way past I-69, and you can see they've got it narrowed down to just 1 lane passing here on the left, except for the people that are getting off at Shadeland Avenue. Now, take a look at the these pictures from Skycam 6, traffic has been snarled here for hours. Police say the semi was hauling a full load of cookie dough when the trailer caught fire. It happened in the southbound lanes of I-465, just under that bridge to Shadeland Avenue. So again, the backup between about I-69 all the way to about 56th Street. The driver of the semi was not hurt. Only one lane has been open for hours. That's causing the backup some points to reach almost all the way to Castleton. Now, NDOT told me that it did send inspectors out here to double check the structure of the bridge to make sure it was still okay as far as the integrity goes, because you've got to think there was a huge fire under it, but NDOT says the bridge is fine. That's why they opened up the bridge to Shadeland Avenue earlier today. Lauren Casey is standing by in the Traffic Now Center with another update when it comes to all the detours. Lauren?
All new at midday, both the Midland and Odessa Police Departments say that they have received unconfirmed calls claiming clown sightings. City of Midland spokesperson Sarah Bustillo says that MPD received a call Monday night of a clown sighting at the duck pond and were informed about an Instagram post mentioning Midland. Neither report has been confirmed as actual sightings at this time. OPD spokesperson Corporal Steve LeSueur says that the department received 2 calls of clown sightings Monday night. LeSueur states that neither of the sightings have been confirmed either. Both police departments say to call 911 if you see any suspicious person or criminal activity, but ask not to make any false reports as they tie up police resources.
Before the case against Nick Hillary ever gets to a courtroom, there is lawyering to be done in a conference room.
Potsdam High School. You got Cottage Street.
2020 gains rare access as St. Lawrence County prosecutor Mary Rain maps out her case against Nick Hillary.
This is where Garrett was, and this is where the defendant was, in a parking lot right in this area.
Drawing up battle plans, consulting boxes of evidence, poring over crime scene photos.
This is Tandy's bedroom. This is where Garrett retreated to. This is the window where the defendant climbed out. Probably jumped right onto this area that tile was broken.
Rain is a rookie prosecutor, but she has a secret weapon. That prosecutor we've been hearing from, veteran district attorney Bill Fitzpatrick.
Why did you turn to Bill Fitzpatrick?
Bill Fitzpatrick has over 75 homicides under his belt. I have 1. So when you're looking at that, if you're a college team and you ask LeBron James to come play for you, you will let him play.
This is a circumstantial case. Basically, we will prove that Hillary did it, and we'll also prove who the hell else could have done it.
Fitzpatrick has a fearsome reputation for winning. He says the devil is in the details.
And as usual, it's little things that convict people. Where were you? Which way did you turn? I turned left. Turn right, I can't remember.
With no direct evidence connecting Nick Hillary to the murder of Garrett Phillips, they are left to build a case out of circumstances, working on the theory that there are no innocent coincidences in crime. Their star witness, cameras, and 2 videos. One is that deposition Nick gave when he sued the Potsdam police. These prosecutors are eager to turn Nick's own words against him.
The deposition was the gift that keeps on giving. I can't picture 12 people from this county looking at that deposition and not saying, okay, we're not 100% sure he's a killer just yet, but he is a bald-faced liar.
Security cameras show Nick Hillary arriving in the Potsdam High School parking lot in his Honda at 4:47 p.m. He says he's there to scout a soccer game.
So you're looking for players to recruit?
I was looking for players to recruit.
And then he parks where?
Drives up and parks approximately right here, double parked.
Lead investigator Mark Murray shows me the parking lot.
Where was the soccer game taking place?
It was taking place on the turf field to our left.
So over there?
Correct.
He can't see the game.
That's exactly our point. Why would you park where you couldn't see the game and move to a spot where you can't? It's even worse. From behind a school bus, then to behind a 40-foot pine tree.
Police say, oddly, Nick stays in the car the entire time, but he has an explanation.
Did you get out of your car once you parked?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Because it was raining. I was waiting for the rain to break. I think it was probably about halftime in the game at the time, and I was, waiting, and just didn't break. And I decided, okay, I will just have to continue with my day.
He leaves after 6 minutes in the parking lot. He says he went home. Prosecutors say he went to Garrett's apartment and killed him.
You don't believe that it was a coincidence that Nick Hillary was in that parking lot, that school parking lot?
I don't believe in the tooth fairy. I don't believe in, Mother Goose, and I don't believe that Nick Hillary was in that parking lot by coincidence. He was hunting Garrett.
Did you go to that apartment that day?
No, I did not.
You didn't follow that boy home and go to that apartment?
No, I did not.
You didn't jump out a window and injure your ankle trying to escape?
No, I did not. I absolutely have nothing to do with the death of Garrett Phillips.
Nick is already paying a price for the stigma of suspicion in this small town. He is unemployed after losing his coaching job at college, spending his days with his young twins, awaiting his day in court.